Hi everyone, Bob Black with SpiderTV. Today we have a great opportunity to meet and introduce you to the University of Richmond football program's new offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, John Garrett. Welcome, Coach.
Bob, how are you?
I am fine, thank you. Why Richmond, Coach?
Well, it's a fantastic school, and it's a really good football program. And I've known Danny Rocco a long, long time from my days coaching with him at UVA. So a combination of those three things, and just a super opportunity to just lead the offense and hopefully continue its success.
Now, you have a long resume in both the NFL and college football, but other than your time at Princeton, where you were a player and a volunteer assistant, I believe this will really be your first experience at the FCS level.
That's correct.
What observations of that do you have? What expectations of that do you have, knowing that we obviously feel that Richmond plays at the highest level of FCS?
Well, it is. Just look at the success they had this year of being ranked third in the FCS and going all the way to the semifinals and losing to eventual champ North Dakota State. It's just a great tangible indicator of the type of program it is here. So they really play good football. They have talent at every spot, offensively, defensively, and football is football at any level. The preparation is the same. It's just at the levels that I've coached before, the guys are just a little bigger, a little stronger, and a little faster. But that doesn't mean that a school like Richmond hasn't generated some really, really good players that eventually go on to the NFL. So this is a great program, and I'm so happy to be part of it.
Yeah, you've already talked about wanting to continue the success of the offense. This past year, you alluded to 33 points a game, 3,000-yard passer, 1,000-yard runner, 1,000-yard receiver. So how do you do that?
Well, it starts off with making sure those guys that made all those plays continue to get the ball. It's not about systems or plays, but it's about what do we have and how we get these playmakers the ball. And it starts with the quarterback, Kyle, and good receivers and a good group of tight ends and a lot of offensive linemen coming back and some good young running backs in the program. So we have a lot of talent, and we'll look at the film and look at the cut-ups from the past year and say, what position can we put them in so they can really flourish and show their talent?
You have said before, and as a quarterbacks coach, this makes sense, that quarterback is the most important position in all of sports, not just football, but in all of sports. Expound upon that and how it will relate to Kyle Lilletta.
Well, first of all, Kyle's a remarkable player, and from what I hear, a fantastic person. And he really did a great job this year leading the team. But the reason it's the most important position because he touches the ball on every play. So just that involvement from a basic standpoint is critical. And he can be sort of the magic salve as too. You know, like if there's a fumbled snap, or he can pick it up and make a great play out of it. You know, so other than constructing plays to put in position to lead the offense, there's also times where that guy has to improvise and make something out of nothing.
It looks like the biggest challenge will be the running back position. You lose 1,000-yard rusher in Jacoby Green. Seth Fisher, before that, injury-plagued year, but still was a standout running back. What will that look like to you? How will you go about finding that next Spider running back?
Well, Jacoby's a really good player. In fact, I just met him. He came back from the All-Star game, and what a nice kid. But we have some good young running backs coming in this class we really feel good about. And there's a history in football that running backs can come into the program early and play. Because, you know, when you hand them the ball, all that natural skill and instincts takes over, where there's not much difference than what they've done all their lives, is read a key and make a cut, put the ball in their hands, and then they become natural. So we feel good about the guys on the team and the two that are joining us in this class.
We're talking with Spider offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach John Garrett, really in just his first couple days on campus and on the job. So let's find out little bit more about you, John. Other than your dad and your brothers, and we'll get to them in just a moment, you have been with a lot of well-known, very successful football coaches. Are there certain ones who have had the most influence on your career?
Well, they all have. Biggest influence is my dad, and just a great example of passion, enthusiasm, and coaching guys to get them better. Gosh, I've had the good fortune of being around Marv Levy with the Bills and Sam Weich with the Bengals, and so many others that I actually take a little bit from each of them. And there's certain things, the way Sam Weich used to teach the quarterbacks, that I always remember in those installation meetings, and certain things from Marv Levy and even Ted Marchibroda, who just passed away. Lord rest his soul. And what a great offensive mind, and just the modern day Bengals with Bruce Coslett as the offensive coordinator, and Dave Shula as the head coach, and then Dick LeBeau. I just have great respect for those guys, and learned a lot from them. And then just my time with the Cowboys and learning that system along with my brother, and that has a long history of success with all their Super Bowls. So just been fortunate to be exposed to a lot of football and a lot of schemes that I've taken and put in the back of my mind for when I get a chance to break it out.
You had mentioned that you spent time, obviously, with Coach Rocco at Virginia, have known him for quite a bit of time. Is there anything you'll take from Danny Rocco as you work alongside him on the Spider football team?
Well, he's a fantastic person and a heck of a football coach. I've admired him since day one when we were together. We were on different sides of the ball, but boy, was he a really good football coach, and his players played well. And there was evidence of coaching from his position, and I think that's important, and that's the one thing I take from is that his players are always prepared, and he expects that from all of us, and you can expect that from all our coaches, that the players are going to be coached, they are going to be held accountable, and they are going to be seen when you watch the tape that these guys do it right and they know how to play. And that's Danny's reputation, and he's carried it here since he took over.
Now, you've coached one of the Spider coaches in Fontel Mines at Virginia, right?
Yes. I'm so proud of him. He's the receiver coach now, and he was one of my receivers at Virginia, and he did a remarkable job for us. I still remember that third down conversion versus NC State to seal the victory, and it was it's just a remarkable thing that he's gone from playing at Virginia and then going on to have some success in the NFL. He actually converted to tight end, and he'll laugh at this, is that all through his Cavalier career, I always told him, you got to lose weight, you got to be quicker, you got to get in and out of your cuts. Okay, so after the season, and he's about to graduate, I said, do you want to play pro football? He said yes. I said, okay, bulk up to be a tight end. So we did. We got him up to about 225, and we got him ready. And I called up the Chicago Bears and I said, look, you got to trust me on this. Okay, they got a guy who was a big receiver for us that has the ability to play tight end. He's 225, signed him as a free agent, and he did, and he played 2 years, and he's on his way, and he's done a remarkable job in his young coaching profession, and he's a fantastic person. He comes from a wonderful family. His mom, Deborah, is fantastic, and I'm just so proud of him, the job he's doing with these Richmond receivers.
Great remembrances of Fontel Mines. We'll look forward to talking to him about John Garrett as well. All right, family history. Now, football family, dad, couple of brothers, yourself. What was it like growing up in the Garrett football family? And was it always a foregone conclusion that would be your career?
Well, we were just around it a lot. I'm one of 8 children. I also have 4 sisters. So, and my dad being in football, it was always part of our lives. So the 3 of us were the youngest, but my older brother Jim was the oldest. So it went Jim, 4 girls, and then us 3. Well, really, growing up, I credit so much to my brother Jim because he taught us the games. He taught us every sport. how to play, and we were always playing in the backyard, and there was some sort of competition, no matter what it was, whether it was ping pong, football, basketball, one-on-one, wiffle ball. We were just always playing with us and our friends, and those are the fondest memories that I have of being together with my brothers. And then it became more serious in high school, and then we asked my dad while I was coaching with the Browns, look, can you work with us?
Huh.
And I remember him saying this. He said, okay, fine, I'll do it, but I'm not your dad when we're out there. I'm your coach. Mm-hmm. So it was really, really intense, and he demanded great effort, and he's just a remarkable technician. He can coach any position, so we learned so much, and it was just so valuable for me, because although we did that all the time through the summer, sometimes twice a day, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and there's legendary stories of doing it in our backyard with NFL players and high school players and college players. We had about an 80-yard field back there, and we practiced, and then when I got to NFL opportunities, I realized, oh my gosh, how fortunate I was, because I really knew how to play, even though I wasn't gifted physically as a lot of the people I was going against, but I knew how to run routes, and there was technique. So I just owe a lot to both my dad and my brother Jim, and I caught 9 million balls from my brother Jason. So it was just a wonderful family football experience.
So the first look that Spider fans had of John Garrett was on our website when we introduced you as the offensive coordinator, and there you are in a Cowboys sweatshirt with the star right on your chest, right in the middle of Redskins country. You obviously know. How deep do your roots run with the Cowboys? Of course, Jason is the head coach. Just what has that been like for you, and what will it continue to be like for you as you coach here?
Well, the roots are strong because my dad worked for them on 3 different occasions. He was hired in '69 to be a scout, and then later on to be a coach in '74, but left shortly after he was hired to go coach in the World Football League, and then he was hired back again as a scout in the '80s. So the Cowboys have been really good to our family, and a part of it. We've rooted for them for a long time, and then when Jason got the opportunity to coach there, and then myself, and then now my brother Judd's there, the blood really runs through our family and deep, and we'll always be Cowboy fans. And little do you know, I bet there's some Cowboys fans in this Redskins country. They're just not not as loud as some of those Redskin fans.
I'll let you know a big secret. The #1 Spider is a Cowboys fan. Our athletic director, Keith Gill, is an unabashed Dallas Cowboy fan. So you've got that safety net as you walk through the halls of the Robins Center, John. Sundays are normally a big prep day for college coaches. Do you still get a chance to watch the Cowboys on Sundays? Squeeze that in with your prep work for your next college opponent?
Well, you typically don't get to watch all the games, but during breaks you kind of check the score and see how everybody's doing. But unfortunately, Sunday, as you said, being a prep day, you really don't get to watch the NFL games. You just get the scores at the end of the day.
Well, whether you're a Cowboy fan or not, and I'm not, I'm an Eagles fan.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, we think you look better in the Spider football shirt than the Cowboy sweatshirt. Welcome to the University of Richmond.
Thank you very much, Bob.